important.
The AFC West race tightened up considerably today as Denver lost to the Raiders in Kansas City. Now has a chance to... Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick. Innovative offense to something more like what the old Raiders 59 points in 10 games. And in mind,
the frustration has been and realizing that we've got to wait when you're 1-9.
Just to a different offensive system than
one to get to Dave Craig. That caused him to think as well as out of the shotgun, a 5-step drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what happens when he gets out of rhythm? Has to hold it a little bit longer, bang, it goes into the ground. If there's anybody that knows David Craig, it's the Seattle Seahawks and their defense. You can bet they're not going to line up and just let Dave Craig pick them apart tonight. But the best way to stop Dave Craig, just don't let him get started.
Marty Schottenheimer has rebuilt the Chiefs, taking them to the playoffs the last 2 years. He took the Browns to 4 playoffs and 2 AFC championship games. Tom Flores, in his first year as head coach in Seattle with the Raiders, he won 3 AFC West titles, coached 2 Super Bowl winners, the only AFC wins in the decade of the 80s. The last time these teams met, September 13th, and it was all Kansas City. They won it 26-7 as Seattle committed 4 big turnovers in that ball game. Seattle has won the toss. They will receive as we are set to go from the Kingdome.
Now save 25% on selected Goodyear all-season radials for cars and light trucks. Save 25% on Invicta GS. Save 25% on Wrangler AT and HT. That's right, save 25%. Where? Goodyear. When? Now.
One of these engines was filled with Castrol Syntec, a new synthetic oil. The rest with conventional oils. They were then drained and started without oil to prove a point. You see, Syntec's unique molecular structure bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oil. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
When regular drills hold you back, send in the Ranger cordless drill from Black & Decker. It goes anywhere to handle all the tough jobs. No strings attached. The Ranger cordless drill, a powerful gift idea from Black & Decker.
Something to drink, sir?
Yeah, make it a Bud Light.
Sorry, we just ran out.
Oh. Excuse me.
Bud Light?
Try Flight 261 out of L.A.
Oh, thank you.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Do you have a Bud Light?
Yes. Welcome aboard, sir.
Great. Where are we going?
Honda Auto Center of Bellevue, where the Hondas are.
Les Schwab, winter batteries to get you through for whatever you drive.
Introducing the Coupe de Gras. Flawless design. Impeccable handling. Awe-inspiring performance. The car that's setting a whole new standard for the automobile industry. The new Honda Civic Coupe. Catch one if you can at your Puget Sound Honda dealer today.
A Big Mac and a Diet Coke, please.
Get the extra value meal. It's only $2.99, plus you get fries.
We'll just have some of yours.
No, I ordered fries because I want fries. They're mine, not yours. If you want fries with dinner, get your own.
McDonald's Big Mac Extra Value Meal for just $2.99. That's right, $2.99 for a delicious Big Mac, medium Coke Classic, and, of course, a large order of our world-famous fries.
Mom, could I have some of my fries?
Thanks, honey. But I'll just have some of your father's. McDonald's tonight.
Families are big business, so everybody says theirs is a family car. All right, tell me it has 90 cubic feet of passenger space like a Subaru Legacy then. Enough room for 5 so you're close but not touching me close. Tell me it has a quiet, horizontally opposed engine like the Legacy. There's enough noise already with a family. Tell me it offers all-wheel drive and anti-lock brakes like a Legacy. A family car is for my family, not some other family I don't care so much about. Tell me I have the money. I want to know what to drive.
The Lone Ranger.
Who was that masked man who stopped the horses?
I don't know, but he give me this.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going and...
Friday afternoon, a special edition of the NHL. It's a heated Adams Division rivalry as Ray Bork leads the Bruins against the Whalers. Friday afternoon at 1 Eastern, live on ESPN.
Seattle, after a goal line stand, forcing Kansas City to kick a field goal. But it's 10-0 Chiefs with 51 seconds to go in the quarter.
Tom Catlin with his defensive charges, going over a few fine points. Great job by Seattle's defense.
They've kicked it away from Warren 2 times in a row. This is very high and very short. Mays from the 15s. Ruben Mays. Lowry tried to give him a shoulder and knocked him out of bounds, but he got 10 yards beyond that. And that's exactly what Seattle needed, was a big play from special teams. A short kick and a return of 29.
Baseball fans, don't miss the new series, Baseball's Greatest Games.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
You'll catch all the World Series glory from beginning to end. You'll see the game's most amazing performances from the game's superstars. It isn't just highlights, it's the complete game.
Kirk Gibson is on deck in the 5th game of the '84 World Series, Tuesday, November 24th at 4 Pacific.
There are so many contractors.
Who do you call?
Call the Contractors Referral Company. We can help you find a qualified and dependable contractor or specialist in your area.
I don't have time for this. I need some help.
The Contractors Referral Company can help. We list only licensed and bonded professional contractors. The service is free and all work is guaranteed. So call today, 1-800-427-LIST.
When it's time for pizza, it's pizza time.
Call Pizza Time now for your piping hot large 3-topping pizza for only $8.99.
To compete, you've got to be strong. To win, you've got to be smart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
You promised me something really special for my birthday. A whole weekend in the great outdoors. Without me.
Here's to the great outdoors, men who understand, and comfortable blue jeans. Wrangler.
Until now, some thought high maintenance was an unavoidable expense of high performance. Change is in sight. Introducing the North Star system by Cadillac with a 295 horsepower V8 engine so advanced, its first scheduled tune-up is 100,000 miles. So while others promise the world, Cadillac gives you the equivalent of a trip around it 4 times over. The North Star system by Cadillac, changing the way you think about American automobiles.
We need a break.
We need a break.
A McDonald's break.
Yeah, a Big Mac.
Fries.
Yeah, large fries.
An ice-cold medium Coke Classic.
Oh, give me a break.
Everything, all of it right now, just $2.99.
$2.99 for all that?
Are we getting a break?
Yes.
I get a Big Mac sandwich, large fries, and a medium Coke, all for just $2.99? That's incredible.
Extra value meals. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
A refreshingly different beer has come together. Why is that such a bright idea?
Why ask why? Try Bud Dry. It drinks easy like a light with real draft taste. No wonder.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Yeah. It's attracting such a crowd.
Until now, some thought imported luxury sedans possessed a higher level of engineering. But change is on the horizon. Introducing the 1993 Cadillac Seville STS with the North Star system. At its heart, a 295 horsepower North Star V8. So advanced, its first scheduled tune-up is 100,000 miles. The Cadillac Seville STS with the North Star system. Changing the way you think about American automobiles.
A coffin for a 400-pound giant. Can Kamala survive the wrath of the Undertaker?
Rest in peace.
In other encounters, Mr. Perfect and the Macho Man form the perfect team to face Ric Flair and Razor Ramon. And it's champion versus champion as WWF title holder Bret Hart battles Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels. The Survivor Series this Wednesday night on pay-per-view.
And now, the make-believe history of Black Star beer.
And on the fourth turn, the Black Star is out of control. The grandmother's been serving all the humanity.
No other beer has a history as interesting as Black Star beer. Founded by Alexander Minot, Black Star was once the most popular beer in the world.
That brewery was amazing. Alexander Minot was a genius. We made, and we still make, a darn fine beer.
And since it was America's most interesting beer, everybody was talking about it, too.
Joey, I was hoping that he would name his beer after me, Daphne beer. But he said he could never name a beer after a loved one, so...
It will now be known as Black Star Beer. That's the Alexander Mine.
Black Star. What was once America's most interesting beer is now America's only interesting beer.
Oh, Black Star, we love you.
The Quick Finish Power Sander from Black & Decker. To do as much as easily, your hand would have to move at 15,000 strokes per minute and be equipped with a handy on-off switch. The Quick Finish Power Sander, a powerful gift idea from Black & Decker.
Until now, some thought imports wrote the book on handling, but change is just around the corner. Introducing the Cadillac Eldorado Touring Coupe with the North Star system. Its advanced road-sensing suspension reads the contours of the road automatically and adjusts instantaneously to put the fun back into driving. The Cadillac Eldorado Touring Coupe with the North Star system, changing the way you think about American automobiles.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime now has a maximum strength cough suppressant and a maximum strength antihistamine, so you get the relief you need to rest without alcohol. Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime, tough medicine without alcohol.
Brown, the only color born in September. Worn, big shoulders, brown. Strong, earthy, a color with both feet on the ground. And nobody does brown like Dockers.
Heisman hopefuls, Garrison Hurst of Georgia, Gino Torretta of #1 Miami, and Marshall Faulk of San Diego State, all on Saturday. College football on ESPN in a class by itself.
Some dealers carry a few Dodge cars, trucks, and vans. Some dealers carry a few more Dodge cars, trucks, and vans. One dealer, however, consistently carries the largest selection of Dodge cars, trucks, and vans in the Puget Sound. We think you should always have the best choice. Dodge of Bellevue, 116th Avenue Northeast on Bellevue's Auto Row.
When a car offers features like room for 5, a powerful multi-valve engine, a choice of warranties, and all new styling, you might expect this kind of price tag. But what you might not expect is an Eagle Summit, and that a price like this buys 3 of them. The affordable new Eagle Summit at your Jeep and Eagle dealer now.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Until now, some looked abroad for a high-performance luxury automobile. But change is right before your eyes. Introducing the Cadillac North Star system. With its 32-valve North Star V8, it becomes an extension of the driver's will, generating 295 horsepower while affording impressive levels of quietness and refinement. The North Star system by Cadillac, changing the way you think about American automobiles.
This man just woke up in a Residence Inn hotel room. What are his options?
He can A, make a cup of fresh coffee in the kitchen. B, walk all the way over to the living room area and start a fire in the fireplace. Or C, shoot some hoops. Okay, let's see what he does. D, none of the above. Residence Inn by Marriott. No other hotel gives you more for less.
All right, Michael and Joe, thank you very much. So offense, tough to come by thus far tonight in the Kingdom with the Chiefs leading the Seahawks 17-7. Actually, around the league today in Week 12, offense tough to come by in a lot of teams' cases, but not in the case of the Buffalo Bills. I mean, they scored 4 touchdowns in the first quarter alone at home against Atlanta. Kenneth Davis doesn't even start. He has 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. This one a 64-yarder, Thurman 103 yards. Those guys both had the C note in the first half. 41-14 Buffalo over Atlanta. Oilers and Dolphins, 2 minutes to go. Commander Cody looking for his lost Planet Airmen. Lennis Harris can't catch the ball. Del Greco misses a 41-yard field goal. Seconds to go from 52. Pete Stoyanovich, good. Miami beats Houston, 19-16 at Joe Robbie. At Sun Devil Stadium, the Cardinals trying to upset the Cowboys, but it was Jim Jeffcoat and company that upset Chris Chandler. Had to leave the game. Troy Aikman to Alvin Harper. Whoop! Lorenzo Lynch grabbing grass. Touchdown. Cowboys win 16-10. In Anaheim, the Rams hosting the Niners. History. Steve Young to Jerry Rice. 99 touchdown receptions. Signed him with the legendary Don Hudson. Steve Largent, the former Seahawk, has 100. That's the record. Ricky Running Waters, 163 yards. Niners beat the Rams 27-10. Eagles at the Giants, one of the wildest games you'll ever see. Giants led 20-6. 34 unanswered points by Philadelphia. Vi ask Vi. Vi Sekahema. 87-yard punt return. When it was over, 47-34, the Eagles had just taken it out of the Giants. They pummeled them into the left of the face and the right to the jaw, and they're down. Elsewhere, the Browns at the Vikings. Browns leading until Sean Salisbury's stake hits Joe Johnson, touchdown. Todd Philcox pass off the hands of Mark Bavaro. 3rd pick of the day for Audrey McMillan. He's gone. 7th defensive score for the Vikes this year. They win at 17-13. Pack at the Bears for the 8 millionth meeting. Brett Favre. Beautiful play action by the second-year quarterback of the Pack. To Sterling Sharp. Touchdown. Brett Favre. Separated left shoulder again. He doesn't care. He'll go for the end zone. The Pack beat the Bears 17-3. At the Murph, the Lightning Bolt sacked Tampa Bay's Vinny Testaverde not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, but 6 times. Chris Mims had 3, Chargers 29, Tampa Bay 14. Broncos with Tommy Maddox playing instead of John Elway at the Raiders. And Eric Dickerson at 107 yards looking like the old ED. Jay Schrader to Andrew Ski Glover. Touchdown. The Raiders pitched a shutout 24-0. Colts at the Steelers. Bubby Brister, first start of the year, but Barry Foster started every week. What a year he's had. 20-yard touchdown. In the 3rd quarter, another TD. Buck 68 on the ground for Foster. Steelers win 30-14. Lions at the Bengals. Oh, yeah, there's another Barry. Dancing Barry. Barry Sanders of the Lions. Touchdown. Despite the loss, James Francis immense for Cincinnati. Pair of picks, including this touchdown. Wasn't enough. Detroit wins 19-13. The Jets at the rejuvenated Patriots. Zola Zolak. He's tough for the Pats. Complete to starving Marvin Cook for 27 yards. John Vaughn, 100-yard day. The Patriots break them up 2 in a row. Beat the Jets 24-3.
The fastest 3 minutes is brought to you by Acura Automobiles. Experience precision-crafted performance.
When we return, Tom Jackson joins me. We'll take a closer look at those up-and-down Philadelphia Eagles.
Gone are the days of the 2-week vacation. The average American getaway has sadly dwindled to 4.1 days. But what hasn't diminished is our need to escape to a quiet, stress-free environment, like the luxurious interior of the Acura Vigor. Don't think of it as a drive to work. Think of it as a 30-minute vacation. See your Acura dealer now for details on the Acura Vigor Luxury Lease Program.
His name was Craig.
In getting to know him, I learned he came from a single-parent home, no brothers, and he had no father. But he had a lot of emotional problems, so I became his buddy. I know how a child like Craig feels. When I was only 5 years old, back in 1972, my father, Air Force Captain Robert Thomas, was shot down when his plane was returning from a mission in Vietnam. When I lost him, I felt I'd lost everything in the world. But in the short time we were together, he inspired me to be the best my heart and mind could make me. I'm Derek Thomas of the Kansas City Chiefs, and I know there's a tremendous need for special one-on-one mentoring, particularly for young black males, to fill the role of a father, a counselor, a friend. I'm just one of the NFL players that have joined the United Way to help save children at risk.
Your local United Way, helping where help is needed most.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
Come fly the airline that's uniting the world. United. Come fly the friendly skies.
Back at halftime, the Chiefs over the Seahawks, 17-7. Tom Jackson joins me now. Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, today's game was a microcosm of their entire season. I mean, they were down 20-6 against the Giants, Tommy, but the big play in the game, second quarter, remember Seth Joyner criticizing play calling last week by the Philadelphia Eagles? Well, this time, nobody was criticizing him. The 43-yard pick got the Eagles going in the second quarter, and afterward, the coach says, yeah, I know who got us going.
I just told them when I gave the game balls, I says the play that got us coming back was the one Seth picked off, and it was a great play because all I know is maybe you were sitting better than I was. Meggett was right on him. He couldn't catch him.
Three bizarre scores for the Eagles today. You know, the question now, Tommy, do they have the talent still as much up and down as they are? Do you think they have the talent to win it all?
Well, I think they have the talent, minus an Andre Waters. They would like to have a guy like that in their secondary for hitting purposes, but I was in that locker room this week, and I did not think that they would be able to come together as a team and win this game, especially when they fell behind 20-6.
Now, on a one-game basis, like next Sunday, they go to Candlestick to play the San Francisco 49ers. Do they have the talent to make that sticky or beat the Niners on the road?
Anything can happen in a one-game situation, but the strength of the 49ers is consistency. You know, the weakness of the Philadelphia Eagles is inconsistency. Yeah, it could happen in one game, but I wouldn't bet on it.
You know, we're watching one of the better teams in the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's move over to a team that, I mean, they began 0-4, the Chargers, written off. They're now 6-5, and they may get in there. Defense, defense, defense. They've got one of the best, don't they?
Well, I think certainly you have to have one guy that you can key around, and in this case, it's Junior Seau. His athleticism, his smarts, his ability to time out a play. Here he's shadowing Vinny Testaverde, and then look at him reverse field, come back to the inside, and make a play like that on Vinny Testaverde. Now, you look at Dennis Burden at secondary, Leslie O'Neal, and then you look at the remaining schedule for this team. They have strength in all areas. And conceivably, as you said last week, this team could go the rest of the season not lose a game.
See that schedule there, Tommy? Well, the Raiders, that's our game next Sunday night. But the Raiders, Phoenix, Cincinnati, Raiders, and Seattle, none of those teams have winning records. Right. And if Houston isn't careful, the Chargers are looking at their spot. We're looking forward to seeing them next week. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs are looking forward to their second half. Hey, the Seahawks scored one touchdown already. They're on their way, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. But Dale Carter, the rookie's touchdown, has helped Kansas City to a 17-7 lead at the half.
Baseball's greatest games.
There it goes, the long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
You'll catch all the World Series glory from beginning to end. You'll see the game's most amazing performances from the game's superstars. It isn't just highlights, it's the complete game.
Kirk Gibson is on deck in the 5th game of the '84 World Series, Tuesday, November 24th at 4 Pacific.
There are so many contractors. Who do you call?
Call the Contractors Referral Company. We can help you find a qualified and dependable contractor or specialist in your area.
I don't have time for this. I need some help.
The Contractors Referral Company can help. We list only licensed and bonded professional contractors. The service is free and all work is guaranteed. So call today, 1-800-427-LIST.
Introducing the Coupe de Gras. Flawless design. Impeccable handling.
awe-inspiring performance. The car that's setting a whole new standard for the automobile industry. The new Honda Civic Coupe. Catch one if you can at your Puget Sound Honda dealer today.
ESPN Radio.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I've only hold a grudge till I die is what most of the players say.
I'm closer to 50 than I am to 20. Eating some peanuts, buying hamburgers. You can do it too. Can I get an amen? Amen.
Sports Radio, ESPN. I want to do radio, baby, and beyond and on.
Kansas City at halftime leads the Seattle Seahawks 17-7. Welcome back to the Kingdome in Seattle. And over the years, it's been our privilege to see some great linebackers in this league. Derek Thomas is out on the field tonight. We wanted to show you a comparison of how he compares to the other great linebackers in their first 4 seasons in the NFL. Lawrence Taylor, 37.5 sacks. Pat Swilling beat that with 38. Tim Harris beat that with 47.5. But look at Derek Thomas. 54 sacks in his first 4 years. Now Kansas City goes to a different defense. A month ago, they switched to the 4-3. Instead of rushing all the time, he has multiple responsibilities.
All those other linebackers, including Derek Thomas in his first 4 years, have played in the 4-3 defense and have been a primary rush person. Now with the institution of the 4-3 in Kansas City, he's asked to do a lot more. For example, watch him drop back into coverage. See how he goes back on his heels? He's just caught out in space. He's really lost out there. Now he has a chance to make a play. Now he's out jamming a receiver, which is contributing to the entire concept of the defense. But I don't know if you're taking advantage of the effectiveness of what Derek Thomas does best, and that's put pressure on the passer. Tonight, for example, when he does it, they put John L. Williams outside. Now this time he comes in on Hitchcock, who does a good job of holding him up, literally holding him up. I mean, and to me, I think the effectiveness of Derek Thomas is going to be as a pass rusher. But as a football team, the Kansas City Chiefs will be a better run-stopping team if they go to the 4 down front. He has started now to learn another type of linebacking, and I think that once he gets more comfortable, he will again become the Derek Thomas, the terrorizer of quarterbacks.
We'll see what happens in the second half. It's Kansas City by 10, getting ready to start the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
Just try Black & Decker's Power Driver with torque control. You'll notice one major difference, the clutch. The higher the setting, the more powerful it gets. Power Driver and Power Driver with torque control from Black & Decker.
This holiday season, give him a gift that will help bring you a little closer. The revolutionary Gillette Sensor.
It's 30 below, you've got a cold, cough, you've got a real problem.
We've added the leading cough suppressant to the proven cold relief of Alka-Seltzer Plus.
I have no sneezes, no coughs, no runny nose. I took Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough this morning.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough. It's tough medicine.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Do you need a big horse? Do you need a deep tan? Do you have to have a saddle? Do you have to have the gear? Well, the simple truth is you just gotta have the beer.
Bush beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Have you got what it takes to be a mountain man?
What does it take to live a mountain man's life? Get smooth Bush beer, is a drinking Bush Light.
What we need now is the beach.
And the brew. And the bass.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going.
When it's time for pizza, it's pizza time.
Call Pizza Time now for your piping hot large 3-topping pizza for only $8.99.
And now, the make-believe history of Black Star beer.
Nothing's more interesting than Black Star beer.
Through the years, there have been a lot of different advertising campaigns for Black Star beer.
Minutes. Black Star. Black Star.
Frosty Bug. Black Star pioneered the use of animation in commercials with the Zippy the Cat films of the early 1950s.
I'm Zippy the Cat. The only thing that can top the taste of Black Star beer.
Then along came the Black Star Bullies. Black Star commercials really changed the way people thought about film. Many of today's filmmakers were heavily influenced by all that early Black Star stuff.
The one commercial, the Broovy commercial, was certainly ahead of its time.
Black Star beer is Broovy.
Black Star, what was once America's most interesting beer, is now America's only interesting beer.
Strong. To win, you've got to be smart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
At BASF, we don't make the meal, we make it healthier. We don't make the lotion, we make it smoother. We don't make the dress, we make it brighter. We don't make the carpet, we make it tougher. At BASF, we don't make a lot of the products you buy. We make a lot of the products you buy better. BASF.
Some people buy a prestigious German motor car just to spend and make a big impression at the curb. Not so Volkswagen Passat owners. For them, European driving's the thing and Farfignugan's the word. And as for making an impression, well, nothing impresses a valet more than a man who knows the value of a buck.
Heisman hopefuls, Garrison Hurst of Georgia, Gino Torretta of #1 Miami, and Marshall Faulk of San Diego State, all on Saturday. College football on ESPN in a class by itself.
Every weekend can be a vacation with a Winnebago or Itasca motorhome from Valley I-5 in Kent. Easy to find, 5 miles south of South Center on I-5. They sell fun. Open every day to serve you.
Where do you find the best deals on Buicks and Mazdas?
Top of the hill.
The best deals on Chryslers, Plymouths, Jeeps, and Eagles.
Top of the hill.
How about the best deals on Chevrolets and Geos?
At the top of the hill in West Seattle, because Hewling has it.
Get great deals on an unparalleled selection of cars, trucks, and vans at Hewling Brothers Auto Center.
And the service is just great. They treat you like part of the family.
Hurry to the dealership that's been serving the Puget Sound area for 46 years. Hewling Brothers Auto Center in West Seattle.
Remember, Hewling has it.
The American dream is alive and well. You'll find the American spirit in the way we work, the way we play, and in all of Shiloh Inn's people, dedicated to offering you affordable excellence in the American tradition of hospitality.
Valley I-5 in Kent, Washington's largest RV dealer, is open every day. Over 100 used RVs and the best selection of new RVs you can find. Serving the area since '61. Valley I-5 in Kent.
Without you, they'd never make it down this mountain. Horses don't show much appreciation, but a job well done still has its rewards.
Introducing Levi's loose-fitting jeans. A loose interpretation of the original.
The Black & Decker Air Station. It has all the pressure you need to inflate anything. Fast. The Black & Decker Air Station. Always at your service.
What we need now is the beach.
And the brew. And the bass.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going.
We need a break.
We need a break.
A McDonald's break.
Yeah, a Big Mac.
Fries.
Yeah, large fries.
An ice-cold medium Coke Classic.
Oh, give me a break.
Everything, all of it right now, just $2.99.
$2.99 for all that?
Are we getting a break?
Yes.
I get a Big Mac sandwich, large fries, and a medium Coke, all for just $2.99? That's incredible.
Extra value meals. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Salsa Cycles just came back to AT&T.
Well, how come they won't take me back?
In fact, over 100,000 businesses have come back.
Hey, I'll make it 100,001.
Come back to AT&T now, and your small business will get credit for a whole month of long distance.
Oh, my whole career's a small business.
AT&T, we want you back.
Ah, come on, will you? Even my wife took me back. I mean, not for long. Oh, she'll hear from me, too.
Some people buy a prestigious German motor car just to spend and make a big impression at the curb. Not so Volkswagen Passat owners. For them, European driving's the thing and Farfignugen's the word. And as for making an impression, well, nothing impresses a valet more than a man who knows the value of a buck.
The call comes down from Canada. Cold, crisp, clean. Friends come together to answer the call, to share the feeling. Molson Golden, Molson Light. Molson, answer the call.
Holiday World RV Centers, every model in stock is on sale to go now. Every new 92 is clearance price. Every new 93 is discounted. Choose from quality makers like Holiday Rambler, Alumilite, and Dutchman. Motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, every new and pre-owned RV on both huge Holiday World lots is slashed to clear them all out. You won't find better values this year, but act now or the RV of your dreams may be gone. The spectacular fall clearance at Holiday World RV Centers, where RV means real value.
And now, the make-believe history of Black Star beer.
Nothing's more interesting than Black Star beer.
Through the years, there have been a lot of different advertising campaigns for Black Star beer.
Minutes. Black Star. Black Star.
Frosty Bug. Black Star pioneered the use of animation in commercials with the Zippy the Cat films of the early 1950s.
I'm Zippy the Cat. The only thing that can top the taste of Black Star beer.
Then along came the Black Star Bully. Black Star commercials really changed the way people thought about film. Many of today's filmmakers were heavily influenced by all that early Black Star stuff.
The one commercial, the Broovy commercial, was certainly ahead of its time.
Black Star beer is Broovy.
Black Star, what was once America's most interesting beer, is now America's only interesting beer.
Gray. It's how black would look if it could just lighten up a little. flint and steel, stone and mist. Gray. A color for any age, any time. And nobody does gray like Dockers.
Panasonic presents a unique and highly evolved Smooth Operator. The new Smooth Operator 2 with float control is the only razor to unite the comfort of twin independent floating heads with the closeness of a warm, wet shave. Don't try this with any plugged-in razor. The new Smooth Operator wet dry razors from Panasonic. Smoother than you ever thought you'd be. The call comes down from Canada. Cold, crisp, clean. Friends come together to answer the call, to share the feeling. Molson Golden, Molson Light. Molson, answer the call.
Friday afternoon, a special edition of the NHL. It's a heated Adams Division rivalry as Ray Bourque leads the Bruins against the Whalers. Friday afternoon at 1 Eastern, live on ESPN.
Stay within the lines. The lines are our friends. Stay within. Stay within the lines. The lines are our friends.
Introducing the world's first V6 crayon.
Are you listening?
The Isuzu Rodeo, built to go way outside the lines.
The call comes down from Canada. Cold, crisp, clean. Friends come together to answer the call, to share the feeling. Molson Golden, Molson Light. Molson, answer the call.
McDonald's knows that in today's economy, taking a family to dinner is harder than ever. But now the Big Mac Extra Value Meal is only $2.99. And the Hamburger Happy Meal is value priced. So at McDonald's, it's easy to feed any size family.
Well, Mother, this is really something. Was it all worth it?
A meal like this for only $2.99? You bet.
You're something else, woman.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's tonight.
You know what bugs me? The mess toothpaste tubes and pumps can make. The pumps get all clogged, and the tubes make an even bigger mess. But this I love. The Crest Neat Squeeze. Not only is it filled with Crest, the dentist's choice for fighting tartar and cavities, which in itself is pretty remarkable, it also does something completely awesome. It lets you squeeze out what you want and what you don't want.
Gets pulled back in so there's less mess. The Crest Neat Squeeze. What an incredibly neat idea.